G'day guys, welcome back. Kia ora, my name is Wildkard. Yes, Super Rugby Round 9, we are being treated with the top of the table competition, the Hurricanes versus the Blues. Boy, I did not expect the gap to be this big, to be honest. 42 points to 19. The Blues were hanging in there, like fighting right back at the Hurricanes, and it was looking like it was going to be a pretty close match until the second half. Yeah, the Hurricanes just completely pulled away. Much better in terms of the kicking game, finding that space. I don't know what's going on with Blondie Barrett. He was not able to cover the space effectively against his own brother. And again, the Hurricanes was able to find the bounce behind the inside your 22 and just putting the Blues defense in a really awkward position for an exit. And yeah, it's just that sustained pressure from the kicking game. Ruben Love looking really good once again. A threat. There's dual threats out there for the Hurricanes. Ruben Love at 10. You got Wildkard at 9, and then you got Blondie Barrett. Some people say that he's not really a ball runner anymore, but the fact that Blondie Barrett is actually playing like actual fly half, like what Blondie Barrett does with the kicking game, just really opened up so many different options for the Hurricanes, and it's just really hard to defend. You have the threat of just the 9 running at you, the 10 doing something, and then the 12. It's almost like 3 playmakers out there on the field for the Hurricanes, and everybody is presenting themselves as a massive threat in their own right. And I was a little bit worried coming to this game, considering New Zealand rugby, they like to pretend that they're playing against the Springboks every time in one of these big matches. But I'm really glad that neither of these teams were came out and try to milk penalties and squeak out a win. And especially the Hurricanes was just really put the squeeze on in the second half and pulled away with a massive win. Now, first of all, I just realized something. I've been drinking this coffee, Dare Charged, and I've been like struggling to sleep. And these are just like canned coffee on discount, and I literally been drinking these for like a month, and it's struggling to sleep. And I just realized this thing has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it, right there. And an actual coffee only has 40 grams of caffeine. So this is 5 coffees packed into one can. I've been wondering why I can't sleep. And hey, anyway, just a little interesting fact. Also, going into this game, just wanna talk about this a little bit. A bit of a sad moment. Cameron Suafoa, he has been battling with cancer for quite some time now. It was said that it went into remission. So there's some good news came out last year where he sort of returned to playing the NPC, and he returned to the Blues this year. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's in the squad as a result of the cancer remission. And then this week he's unfortunately been diagnosed with terminal cancer. I don't know what to say in this sort of stuff. Thoughts goes out to his family, and geez, that's tough, man. It's such a physical specimen, and it's always tough to see this sort of things in our rugby community. But yeah, with the Blues, had to shave their heads and made funny haircuts for to pay tribute to him, and we were treated with a bit of entertainment out of the Blues. Number one, Zhang Sullivan went for the Hulk Hogan. Oh god, the Hulk Hogan, man. He went for the Hulk Hogan, dude. He went for the Hogan. Oh my god, I never thought anybody would actually pick the Hulk Hogan haircut. Deliberately. But boy, that's a funny look. And also, we were treated with the beautiful Bowden. I mean, this is not AI. This is not AI. This is an actual screenshot from the live game from Stan Sport. It's Blondie Barrett. Oh god. Oh, oh god, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. My goodness. And so thanks for the Blues team for putting up, for putting themselves up for a bit of fun for everyone else to laugh at. In a bit of a sad situation. And Oh god. What is it? Blondie Barrett here. Blondie Barrett is looking quite good, quite handsome, Mr. Bowden. And then yeah, so with that being said, the game itself, like I said, the I do think that the Hurricanes play exceptionally well this game. I did not expect such a huge margin. The one thing I want us really focusing on in this game is the scrummaging. Now, obviously, Nick Berry always scratches my head a little bit when he interprets the scrum. The Hurricanes was done maybe two rounds ago by Angus Gardner for boring in on the loose hair side, to the point where one of the players was sent off. I think it was Xavier. What's his name? Was sent off for a yellow card for boring in, despite the dominance and forward momentum of the scrum. Xavier Numia was sent off a couple weeks ago by Angus Gardner for boring in. Now I just want to watch the scrum, and I don't know what Nick Berry is looking at. The Hurricanes are at it again, clearly boring in. This is way worse than what Angus Gardner had a few weeks ago, where the scrum actually went forward and then went in on an angle. Most of the scrums that the Hurricanes were doing this game was just straight up sideways and should have been penalized. I don't know what Rep Nick Berry is doing. I mean, he didn't give a penalty to either teams, so he just kind of like let it play on. But I mean, the referee really needed to get this right, because it's so obvious. You needed to have a word and give him a warning, and reset the scrum, and then penalize them if they keep on doing it, right? So let's watch. This is literally the first scrum of the game, I believe. You can see here already from the air shot, the scrum is already crooked. It's already crooked at an angle. And then if we look at it in a close-up in a second, right? The scrum is already crooked at an angle. And it hasn't even engaged yet. Nick Berry is just like, oh well, whatever guys, play on. I genuinely don't know what Nick Berry is doing here. And again, he's immediately at an angle, and the scrum is already wheeling on engagement. It's already crooked. And look at that. He's clearly just stepped out there. He's clearly just taken a step out. And the referee's just going, yeah, whatever. Just get it going. Right? So that's literally the first scrum when it was set already at an angle. Let's have a look at this one again. This one is where Wildkard actually scored a try. Scrum goes in again. They really need to like zoom in at the engagement, not after the engagement, because the engagement is quite important. Again, you can just tell the people that are doing these broadcasts have no idea what they're doing. No idea. Have never practiced scrum in their whole life. The engagement is one of the most important part of the scrummaging. You're literally fighting for like, the 12 inches or 6 inches in front of you to try to get every inch of that little bit of a gap over your opponent to get that front, front foot momentum going for you on engagement, and yet you have these broadcasters have no idea what they're looking at. So the engagement's already happened. You can see he's already twisting in, definitely twisting in, and that's a penalty against the Hurricanes, 100%. 100%. Nick Berry is looking at it, is just going, well, not sure what's going on. And as a result of this, because the 7 gets folded in, Wildkard gets a free run. Right? This is exactly the Hurricanes to score trade. This is exactly why this sort of stuff is illegal. This is exactly why it's illegal, because you can manipulate the scrum, fold it in the middle, and you're taking like the flanker out, opening up this defensive gap at the 10. I know Christie probably should have defended this, but this is exactly the reason why you can't do this, especially from from a standing position. This is let's just watch this again, right? Watch this again. And this is, it's already loaded up on his right foot and he's twisting inwards. This is Xavier Numia, I believe. You can see he's just loading up on that outside foot. He's loading it up on the outside foot to go inwards. And how that's not a penalty, man. I mean, God, like that's such a bad refereeing. And then the 7 gets drawn in, and just the free gap there gets pulled in. And you can see that they knew what was happening. He deliberately grabs him as well. But yeah, I thought this scrum interpretation from the referee Nick Berry was pretty ordinary to say the least. Now outside of that, I do think that the probably the kicking game for Blondie Barrett. I'll really talk about this was really what broken the game apart. We're really able to spot the gap and just the fact that he's going to be able to get the ball, one or two passes wider and then make the kick. Just makes it so much more unpredictable, especially nowadays with the rush defense. Everyone trying to shut down the 12, shut down the 13 with the rush defense. And then Hurricanes has a really deep setup as well in their back line. So the rush defense coming out, they're already a little bit disconnected. They're really getting baited really forward to try to shut someone down. And Blondie Barrett just putting these kicks through just really beautifully all around the park. So yeah, with that being said, let's have a look at the match stats of the game. 6 tries to 3 for the Hurricanes, bonus point win. Let's just refresh that. It's 560 run meters to 464. When the game just finishes, the stats is still updating and refreshing. So sometimes they change when you see these videos. 23 turnovers considered for the Hurricanes, 15 against the Blues. 47 tackles for the Hurricanes, 171 for the Blues. 27 missed tackles for the Hurricanes, pretty high to be honest. Only 147 tackles made. 22 missed tackles for the Blues, much better in terms of completion rate. 26 kicks in play for the Hurricanes, 24 for the Blues. 100%. Ruben Love looking quite good there. 1 missed conversion for Bowden. But Blondie Barrett. Blondie Barrett missed one. 696. Let's just refresh this. That looks quite low. Yeah, 600. That's not much kick meters, right? 697 kick meters for the Hurricanes to 470. So the Blues really lost the kicking game. Really lost the kicking, and you have the similar amount of kicks, and then more than 200 meters short. It's very it basically means that the Hurricanes were able to find space, and the Blues weren't able to return the kick at nearly the same efficiency as the Hurricanes were able to put the kick forward, and that's the result of this massive kicking gap. Completely lost the kicking game there. Missed the Blondie Barrett. 9 lineouts for the Hurricanes, 1 lost. 12 for the Blues and 4 lost lineouts. So pretty bad there. So Scrum, no losses for either teams. The referee just staring at it for whatever reason. And overall, the discipline has been quite good. 3 penalties conceded for the Hurricanes, 6 for the Blues. There were 2 yellow cards though. Both of them were because of dangerous play. There was one, I think, Anofor, Anofor, I think that's his name, was again tackled shoulder to head. And then there was another one. Who was it at the end? There was another one from the Hurricanes for a yellow card. Who was it? Leah Whitty. Just Walker Leah Whitty. Is it Leah Whitty? No, Leah Whitty's the Hurricane. Walker, what's his name? Walker Leah Whitty. Yeah, that's his name. He tripped Bowden. He was just standing on the field and stuck his foot behind him and tripped Bowden. And 100% send off, yellow card there. Just unprofessional conduct and cynical play. And so outside of those 2, there was just 3 penalty, actually 1 legitimate penalty against the Hurricanes. So really good discipline overall there as well. Much better. And the Blues are pretty good as well. So yeah, I guess that's one of the reasons why the goal kicking isn't really an option for either of these teams, because just not that many penalties getting given away. Point summary, let's do a quick recap of the game. So 5 minutes into the game, the Hurricanes had a penalty, kicked themselves for the line out, went for the more. The ball went out to there was what's his name? The ball kind of just went out wide to Billy Proctor, ran in a little gap. He got close, dunked the ball over for the try. 7 points to 0. 15 minutes into the game, another line out. The more was a dummy more, and then the ball just popped back to the number 2, sweeping around behind the more, and Asafa Amora crashed into the 10 channel, and then the ball went out wide to H. There was a lot of pick and drives, and then Wait. Sorry. This is the Billy Proctor try. He crashed through. The first one was actually Tupa Vai who went in for the try. Was it Vai went for the try? No, wait. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Why do I have Vai reading here? But anyway, Vai doesn't even play for the Hurricanes. Anyway, so the first try was actually scored by Harkham, out wide. Okay. Second try is by Billy Proctor, center field, crashed through after the line out more. And then after this, the Blues get themselves back in a bit of a momentum. 22 minutes in, the Blues had the line out. They had a more, and then lots of pick and goes in front of the goalpost, and the ball got passed out to AJ Lamb. It was almost no one in front of him. Ran straight in. 7 points to 14. 27 minutes in, this was a Hurricanes line out. It was overthrown and lost the Blues. And just counter-attack, quick hands for the Blues down the sideline. And then Caleb Clark jumps into the corner, dunks through for the try. 14 points to 12. 33 minutes again. The scrum was a mess. We just saw here. Wildkard runs through this little gap, and then the ball came out really quick to wide to Anofo, stepped in field. He had 2 players on him and just ran in for the try. Faianga Nofo ran in for the try. 21 points to 12 was a halftime score. 47 minutes in, Hurricanes coming out with more intent to play some tough rugby. They had a penalty, went for the more, and then Billy Proctor. What happened here? Oh yeah, so it was a more try, and it looked like Billy Proctor. Was it Billy Proctor, one of the wingers, came in from the side that was breakaway? Almoa went in for the try, but it looked like the person that there was a back who broken away with Almoa, who actually got in front of the ball carrier. It looked like to me this one should have been a disallowed try because of obstruction, because they actually broken away. It's no longer the same more. 54 minutes into the game, 52 minutes, Anofo gets sent off for a yellow card, headshot tackle. 54 minutes, the Blues went for the line out. They had a more, the ball kind of came out quick, pick and go, and eventually Rampling went in for the try. 28 points to 19. 64 minutes, the Hurricanes pounding the Blues 22. 16 faces, sustained pressure. Ruben Love got the ball. He tried to do a grubber kick down the sideline, and it got blocked, and then it was scooped up by Harkin, and who ran through a little gap from a bit of a confusion for his second try. 35 points to 19. 69 minutes into the game. Again, Blondie Barrett starting to dominate with the kicking game over his brother. There was a little kick through by Blondie Barrett down the middle of the field. Peyton Spencer scooped it up, turned around, he saw 2 defenders right in front of him, and he got caught, isolated. There was a penalty, and then Wildkard takes a quick tap, just runs through, had 3 players on him, hanging onto him. He still rammed through for the try. 42 points to 19, and then yeah, that was pretty much it. Just before full time, Waka Leawedi trips Beauden Barrett, got himself sent off for a break. But yeah, this was a pretty dominant win for the Hurricanes. Overall, the Blues was, I think it was just completely outplayed with the kicking game. Maybe Peyton is not that great as a fullback. Maybe they have to rethink about where they want to put him, because I do think that he was maybe exploited a little bit with Blondie Barrett on the field, spotting gaps everywhere in the second half. But let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. I'll see you guys for the Reds versus Crusaders. Cheers.